What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the K-pop After Party. If you can tell by my shirt and by some things in the background, today we're doing a deep dive into why I love Blackpink so much, a phenomenal time I had at their concert at SoFi Stadium in LA in July, and where I'm going to be seeing them next. Stay tuned. So the way that I found out about Blackpink was actually kind of interesting. I didn't find out about their music by their name. In fact, I was out for a walk and I heard a song by Lisa, and I talk about it in my first episode of the After Party. And I was like, this is so good. Is this girl touring? And long story short, I found out that her and then Jennie, who I learned about later, Rosé and Jisoo were in a group together and they were touring. And so I got the chance to see them in Los Angeles like 3 weeks later. And I was so pumped. I was just so thrilled to get a chance to see this group that I was just totally vibing with their music for so long. And the way that it happened was I bought tickets to see them. And when I kind of took a deeper dive into their music and their performances and how good of a sound they had, I knew I had to sit closer. So I bought pit tickets for a friend and we got a chance to see them up close and personal. I had such a phenomenal time at that show, and that was like my introduction into K-pop, if you will. And the night of the concert, I got back home and bought tickets to see them again in Japan at the Tokyo Dome in January. I just was blown away at the whole performance. The whole thing was just mind-blowing, and they put on such a good show. Absolute superstars, and I'm so fortunate that I'm gonna get a chance to see them again. But that's not all. 8 days later, I bought more tickets to see them again in Kowloon, Hong Kong at the Kai Tak Sports Complex. So I'm very fortunate to get a chance to see these girls 2 more times during their deadline tour, and I'm gonna make sure you'll see later. I took some clips of the concert that I went to already, and my goal was to do like a concert recap, but I realized that most of the footage that I had was me just dancing around and not getting any of the girls in any meaningful focus. So I'm gonna show you some clips later, but it's not anything worth including in a concert recap. I was just too excited and too much dancing around, but I'm still gonna show you some of those clips. But instead, what we're gonna do tonight is I'm gonna go through each girl, individual, each member, and go through part of one of their music videos and kind of talk about what got me into this group, why I'm so excited about them, and why I wanted to ultimately see them live and then see them 2 more times. So sit back and relax. We're just gonna hang out tonight on the K-pop After Party and dive into why I love Blackpink, and I'm sure you do too. So like I said, I was out for a walk and I heard FUTW by Lisa, and the sound was just so good. I'm somebody who is probably like the least likely person who would ever get into K-pop because I was like a country music fan, a hip hop fan. So when I heard Lisa's sound and I'm like, this is great hip hop, I was totally blown away. And then I kind of looked more into her, alter ego album, and I'm like, this is phenomenal sound. So I was pumped, and that was like my first member that I really kind of got to know their music. So we're gonna take a look at Rockstar first. And before I do that, I wanna say that if you haven't seen it already, the Light Up the Sky documentary on Netflix about Blackpink's journey up to, 2020 is a phenomenal watch. And something that stuck out to me about Lisa's, kind of persona is when Jennie says, there are people who are meant to do this. And Lisa is a total rock star, as you're about to see in the clip that I pulled from Rockstar.
Gold teeth sitting on a dash, she a rock star. Make your favorite singer wanna rap. Baby la la, Lisa, can you teach me Japanese? I said hype, hype, that's my life, baby, I'm a rock star.
I mean, you can't classify it any other way than just, I say this all the time about people feeling confident, looking confident, but Lisa embodies absolute confidence here. It's a beautiful shot video, totally just like this gritty, poppy hip hop beat, and her vocals cut through with this kind of like glitchy backing track. Her outfit is incredible, just really sharp with all black, blacked out. Everything she's doing in this, all the movements are so deliberate.
Japanese, I said That's my life, baby. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star.
And then the other thing that I really, really appreciate about Lisa is that she is not just talented in her persona and ability to be a literal rock star. She's got those phenomenal rapping abilities, singing abilities, but she's also a great dancer. I'm going to skip forward here in the video to a part that just visually stunning with the video, but she's a great, great dancer. Like, she is so well-rounded. Like Jennie said, she was meant to do this.
Baby, make it rock hard. Fool, and the music going. Fool, and the girls are buzzing. Fool, gonna get you in a. It's not hype, baby. I'm a rock star.
I mean, the video obviously does her a lot of justice by those epic sweeping, like, robotic arm movements, but you couldn't do that with someone who wasn't an A+ dancer. So I was just hyped from the get-go when I found out about Lisa. There was a song of hers, Kiss Me, that I found through doing a Peloton ride, but I never connected the dots. But that was another one in the back of my mind that I just knew that I really liked that song. And when I connected that was Lisa, I was like, okay, I'm all in. Let's keep going down the rabbit hole. Later that same day when I found Lisa, I happened to just discover a track that was by another member that I didn't know was a member of a group yet. But the song that came up to me on Spotify was Like Jennie. Again, having seen Jennie now in the Light Up the Sky documentary and her talking about how she's like the grandma of the group and sometimes her energy, is lacking. I don't know what she's talking about because I saw her live. It was so fun. She gets so into it, gets so interactive with the crowd. And this music video right here is a complete contrast from what she's talking about, where she is a grandma of the group. This is the exact opposite.
Special edition and your AI couldn't copy. I'm leaving clues in the.
That's such a sick move right there.
No, I'm not thinking.
I mean, I know she's not actually doing that, like raising herself up like that, but I do think it's really sick.
Couldn't copy. I'm leaving clues in the.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, I'm not thinking about no exes. No, they miss me. I got the whole room spinning like it's tipsy. Don't pause, take it to the chorus. Ooh, wanna rock with Jennie? Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie.
That is not someone who lacks energy, that's for sure.
Jennie, I think I really like Jennie. Haters that don't really like Jennie. Cause they can never ever be Jennie. But have you ever met Jennie? It's Jennie. But have you ever met? But have you?
I think after I saw this video is when I was like, again, learning about the members, and I'm like, okay, now I like Jennie the most. I don't know, something about this song and her first full album really clicked with me. None of the songs that any of these girls have put out have been bad, but I totally vibed with Jennie. As you can see behind me, I have both of her Ruby album cover, album versions rather, behind me. And in my kitchen, I actually have one of the complex, like 24x36 posters up. She's just another, not rock star in the sense that that's the name of the song, but she's a total rock star too. The other thing about Jennie is I love her personality. They're all quirky in their own fun way, but there's a video on her online where she's saying her favorite animal is the capybara, and she's just kind of goofy with it, which when I saw that, I was like, the end of this music video makes way more sense now, and I just think it's such a funny, random thing to include in this video. I'm sure if you're a fan of Jennie or Blackpink, you know about this, but let's watch it.
Jennie, it's Jennie.
You think the video is over, right? But no, Jennie has turned into a capybara. I really like that because it's so like kind of like not self-deprecating because it's such a badass video, but she still has this level of awareness and ability to have some fun and humor in it, where at the end of the video, she turns into a capybara. I think that's very adorable and hilarious. A lot of layers to these girls. You're going to find they're super confident, very good at what they do. Absolute international superstars, and then they're able to just like have fun like any normal late 20-year-old would like to do. All right, we're halfway through the girls, and I hope we're having fun at the after party. And this one I'm really excited about because this is a song that the entire world has heard. And the actual first time that I heard this song was on late night television, and I was just not really paying attention, just doing something, scrolling on my phone. And when I started to hear this live performance on Jimmy Fallon, I was like, hold on a second, why does this sound so good? Who is this? I have to know more. Let's check out Rosé on Jimmy Fallon. I was like, also, who's this girl sitting in Jimmy Fallon's desk? Like, this is so cool. Her outfit's cool. It's such a unique take. Usually the performer goes to the main stage, but I was like, oh, this girl knows she's good and that this song is a banger. And of course, it ended up being like the biggest song in the whole wide world, but how cool. And I loved the blonde hair. So different from what you would typically see in like Korean culture. Impossible not to dance to this. It's like business casual, but like super sick outfit. I like that she starts the song. It's a really high beat song from start to finish, but she's still kind of like laid back. And the contrast between this like higher energy song and laid back like visuals, I think it totally makes her shine even more because you don't have to jump up and down to sing it. She's gonna lay back and be the cool girl. And then she gets the crowd going. The progression is awesome. And she connects so good with them. Epic version of this song. And the first version that I'd ever heard. I mean, she treats every stage. This is probably a group of 200 people. But when I saw this live at SoFi Stadium in front of 70,000 people, she did this version just like she did it for us. That's such a fun song. Gosh, Rosé is so cool. Again, another artist that everything on their new album is fire. She's so cool. And I was a little like nervous. I was like, they're playing this song all day, every day on radios, everywhere you go, the gym, wherever. I was like, oh, I really love this song. I don't want it to be overplayed and then I'm going to get sick of it. I've heard it every day and I have not gotten sick of it. It's so catchy. Absolutely love it. Rosé is just such a kind-hearted person too. Just when they show her in the documentary, again, I keep referring to the documentary because I've seen it twice, but when they introduce her and she's playing the guitar and she talks about, like, having to leave her family and how much she missed them. She's just such a, I don't know if she's an introvert, she might be, but she's just such a thinker and really wears her heart on her sleeve. Such a sweetheart. Had a blast seeing her live and never getting tired of APT. Love everything she's been putting out. And for that first project, I can't wait to see what comes next from her. The last but not least member is someone that is actually grown to be, I love all the girls in Blackpink equally. OT4, some would say, right? But Jisoo is someone who's grown on me from someone who I didn't quite vibe with at the very beginning, not as a person or personality, but in terms of the musical style. Because again, me coming from a place where I really liked hip hop and kind of identifying more with the, kind of hard beats that we heard from Lisa and Jennie. Jisoo being that like more soft vocalist in the group, and in some of their songs where you come down from these higher paced parts of the song to where Jisoo has her parts, I was like, okay, I don't know, it still sounds good, but it's not necessarily my favorite. But I think in terms of her personality and just like paying more close attention to her voice and seeing the music that she's coming out with. Jisoo is now one of my favorite performers in K-pop. She's such an awesome personality too. And I can't help but think of any time anybody asks me how my day is going. From the documentary, there's a clip, I'll put it right here, where she says, oh, not good, but not bad, or not bad, but not good, when she's talking with Jennie about the candy that they're making.
Not bad.
Not bad, but not good.
Yeah.
I just think it's so funny, and she's such a fun person. And contrasting that with this kind of like intense video that we're about to watch, I know she does some acting. I still need to see what she's in because I can tell from this video that she is another. These girls are all so well-rounded. Jisoo, phenomenal vocalist, phenomenal actress, and just an absolute otherworld, powerful superstar.
It hits me like an earthquake.
That bass always gets me. Seeing this live was so fun. SoFi was shaking. I love this video. Love the song too. As a filmmaker, I love this video because these slow building vibrations and vocals, and with the slow-mo of the video, and then it picks up and you got this car driving. Oh, it's just so powerful. It like brings you along for the literal ride of the whole song. And actually, at the end of this song, too, I found out that she's another person who is so well-rounded in the sense that she can dance, too. I didn't know that. She totally can. Jisoo, Ani of the group. She leads this group so well. I think I've even heard her be called the queen of K-pop. Right there. That's her. All right, so we've seen videos from all the girls now, and now, as you can imagine, we're building towards my excitement of getting to see them live. And again, at the beginning when I was learning about Blackpink, I had bought tickets probably in the first kind of slope section. If you look back at my Baby Monster video I did a couple of days ago, I was probably going to be in about that same section. But after having seen one of their specific group performances, I literally that night bought the pit tickets because this performance blew me away and I knew I had to get as close as possible. We're gonna check out from 2023 them doing Pretty Savage at Coachella. So epic.
Cello, you ready for this one?
The crowd was so fired up. And it's such a massive crowd. I think it's a bigger crowd than SoFi. I could be wrong, but they treat every stage from 200 to 100,000 like it's the whole world. When I saw this, I was like, what is this beat? I don't think I had heard this song yet. I was like, what? The camera movements too are so fun. They get you into it. So having heard this, seeing it, my excitement is just growing as I'm like watching this before I go to bed one night. And this part of the song specifically, I think it's this part or maybe later when you see the whole crowd and just matches perfectly. I was like, I need to be in a setting where I get to see this type of performance in real life. And there's a specific part of this performance too. I'll show you right when I knew. I was like, that's it, right there. Right here. It's a combination, of course, with the video and just like their dance moves. It's so like hard hitting, but mixed with Lisa rapping right there, so sick. And Jisoo is back. The live band version is also super fun. I mean, you listen to a song so much. Again, look at that crowd, massive. You listen to a song so much and you just get used to hearing the same thing over and over and over again, same recording, and it's a great song. But when you hear a little bit different of a variation, especially with like a live band, it just hits so much harder. That's something that stuck out for me. I forgot to point out at the Baby Monster concert, having a live band there just totally changes that element of, you know, this is the same recording every time, but there's a little bit of a different spin on it. And it's just so fun. And I don't know if it's louder or what, but the music is just, it hits you harder and more deep. So epic. And the cool thing too about this performance that I absolutely love is it's 4 years since their first Coachella debut, which was in 2019, again, as pointed out in their documentary. And the girls were just so appreciative of the American crowd. They were like, people like us outside of Korea and outside of Europe, and we're going to go play like the biggest music festival in the country. And they were just so appreciative, you could tell. And they turned that appreciation into one of the greatest performances Coachella's probably ever seen. And then 4 years later, to follow it up with not a lack of drive, not a lack of effort, going even harder. It's so hard not to root for these girls. They really, really care about their performance and how much the crowd enjoys their time. So again, I just had such a fun time, like on that progression of learning about each individual artist and then learning about who Blackpink was. It just made me more and more excited as I worked my way 3 weeks later towards seeing them at Inglewood SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And on the 10th of July, 3 days before the show, is when Jump came out. And I know that I was so thrilled to see that because that was their first comeback for a couple of years, as far as I know. So having seen that come out, I was like, we're going to get to see an amazing performance that people are really, really anticipating. And I actually kept myself from watching Jump, like when people would film it from the show, because I didn't want to like spoil anything for myself. But 3 days before the concert, when the music video came out, I was like, okay, I'll watch that. So we're gonna watch one more music video before we get into some of the clips that I took from the show. Even though they're not the greatest clips, we're still gonna get a chance to see kind of how close I was. And I promise to get better clips when I go see them in Asia later in a couple months. So Jump music video. Everybody loves this video. It's so stunning. Let's get into it. And as like a filmmaker myself, a drone operator, I know this is a lot of CG, but like the drone movements and aspect of it, I was so vibing already out the gate. I was so pumped right from the get-go.
I'm not that easy to tame. You should see me under these lights. All my tears turn to ice. That's the sweetest escape. Every time the feeling kicks in,
I'm going to back it up just because I know, not having been a fan of Blackpink for as long as most people watching this video right now, I'll say that this is such a cool intro shot for people who are just watching their journey and wanting them to have like a comeback, because they're all together on this platform. Obviously, they need no introduction, but it's so cool to just see them all together, kind of like on this stage saying, we're back, we're together, and we're stronger than ever.
you should see me under these lights. turn to ice. That's the sweetest escape. Every time the feeling kicks in, I might stay through.
They're so confident. They know what they bring. And that's such an interesting shot. Okay, I just had to see this again. And if you watch the behind the scenes too, it's such an interesting way they did this. It was like green screen mouths. These shots actually perfectly like illustrate my excitement going into this concert. And I know that their music just makes people feel exactly like this. I love this video too because for a comeback song, for the video to be showing that whenever they put a sound out that people are going to be like going crazy for it, I just love that concept. And it's so true. I experienced it, everybody else experiences it, and they knew it when they put it out.
Are you not entertained? I ain't gotta explain. I'm with all of my sisters.
I love this shot too. I'm with all my sisters, just that tight-knit group that has not gone anywhere. Again, for a new Blackpink fan, I know that some people as groups probably progress in their years together. Are they as tight as they were when they first formed? I'm sure a lot of people, love hearing that. I know BTS and that fandom and that world, they love how the members are just so close after 10 plus years of being together. This shot right here shows exactly that same thing. I love it. What an interesting sound too, those horns. I would have never put that in a K-pop song. I would have never prepared myself to hear that. So when I was listening and not watching some YouTube video from one of their first shows during the Deadline tour, I was like, wait, what is this sound? But it is so cool. So I'm actually really excited. I know they have a comeback coming up again in January. So hopefully that song will drop before the 17th when I see them in Japan, or at least the 25th in Tokyo, or Hong Kong rather. This song is such a unique sound, so whatever they put out next, I can't even imagine. Everybody feels like that inside when they're listening to this.
So come on with me, I'll take you high. That prima donna spice up your life.
I love their movements in this, and a couple other groups do this. Speaking of a YG group, Baby Monster, again, there's a section in one of their music videos. I'll have to look back and see, but the music slows down for a brief moment. The camera doesn't make them slow motion. Their movements make them slow motion, and I love that. I love that aspect of we slow down, not technology, and it just totally helps bring that story along. And then they get right back to the party. So cool. Perfect comeback visual right here. Like these hard-hitting sounds. Bigger stage than ever before. And still just as big. Making people lose their minds. When I found this song, I was like, I am so glad I found Blackpink when I did it. Had I found them a month later, I would have been so disappointed that I missed the show. So thank you, Blackpink. I'm so glad. Thank you, Spotify. Gosh, I'm so pumped that I found them. So just had a blast getting to know them. So when I got to the SoFi concert, I was so over the moon about it. It was probably the best concert I've ever seen. Again, why I wanted to see them not once, but 2 more times. I tricked my friend into thinking we were still sitting up really high. So when we got in and we kept walking down onto the field, he was like, wait, where the heck are we sitting? Little did he know, we weren't sitting, we were standing. So we're gonna take a look at some of these clips. Again, I apologize because I was not planning to do a K-pop after party when I filmed this, but I promise when I film in Asia, we're gonna get some solid, member footage and group photos and footage and all that. And we'll do some vlogs too from those trips. But here's some shots that I took from the SoFi Stadium concert. I mean, already, look, we're like underneath these mountains of seats. I mean, we're gonna be so stinking close. It was so awesome. I mean, that screen, this doesn't do it justice. It was so big. There's that shaky camera work I did. They came out to kill this love. Perfect, hard hitting. I was on cloud 9. Oh my gosh, so sick. And mind you, I had never seen a K-pop show in my life. I was just having the best time ever. And then for it to come out, the group to come out like that with a song that I'd been listening to like literally every day for 3 weeks, I was over the moon. There's that Rockstar strutting with absolute confidence. The whole stadium was so happy. One of my favorite moments for sure. The hard thing about being in the pit for a show like this is that sometimes you're looking at the performer or the member straight on, and sometimes they're on the other end because it was like kind of this circle kind of stage. So, you know, if they're looking out to the main part of the stadium, you're going to be behind them. But when you're in the right spot, everything is good. But still, you know, it's fun to be like, you're like in the show. So that was really fun. I was really excited about this performance from Jennie. I mean, we were so close. Right there, I'm probably like 15 feet from her. The cool thing is you can like look out and see like the angle in which the performer is singing. I mean, that's gotta be, I mean, they've done this a time or two, but that's such a daunting thing to see, just to see people. Rosie. Like a few days before this show, she had posted a picture on Instagram of her dad having taken a picture of her with like clouds in the background. I thought that was so cool. She really honors her parents and just such a sweetheart. I loved it. And yes, I was at the show that Bruno Mars came out to. This is going to be the worst shot of them all because I was just absolutely loving it. All the girls together there. There was Jump. Again, I didn't get many shots from this because I was jumping. I was dancing. And Rosie again. She really interacted with the crowd too. They all did. I love when she really like points. Someone will hold the sign up and she's like, I'm seeing you. I'm looking at that sign and what it says. Really, really nice personal touch. So there you have it. That's the footage that I got from the show. We were just like so close. The thing about a group like this, because they're so massive, even though you're in the pit, you still have like this kind of buffer walkway, if you will, of like 10 feet. So you're not like right at the stage. You're not going to like high five a performer. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I totally understand why. I mean, they're massive international superstars, but to be this close, I was still so fortunate. So I'm so blessed to be able to see them 2 more times on the Deadline tour. Just had the most amazing time here, and I'm really excited to see what their comeback is like, and then to see them again in Asia. So yeah, really looking forward to that. When I go to the first one on January 17th in Tokyo, I'm going to be sitting like kind of in the middle on the first balcony, I think. So I really wanted to do that because even though I was so close to the members at the SoFi Stadium show, you don't really get a sense of kind of the whole stage and what the performance looks like with all the backup dancers and kind of the visuals on the screen. So I wanted a chance to sit a little bit further back to get that angle where you can see footwork and just the whole show from that kind of bird's eye view. And then when I go to Hong Kong 8 days later, I will actually be VIP right in front, not in the pit, because I didn't want to be, again, looking around, but I'm going to be like front row right there at VIP, right there at the stage. So when they come out to the front, we're going to get some cool shots and just be right in the heart of the action again. I'm so excited. That was going to be their last show, January 25th, but they ended up adding another show the following day at the same stadium. So I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh, I'm going to get to see the last show of Deadline. And then they added another one. Who knows? Maybe I'll go to the other one too, but really excited to see these girls again. They're just such a special group, and I'm just so thankful that you came by to hang out with me at the after party to appreciate Blackpink even more. So we're going to do Blackpink, quite often on the show because, again, obviously huge Blink, but we'll do some more music videos. Of course, we'll do the comeback, and maybe we'll just do some other content related to Blackpink. But definitely looking forward to those shows and come back for those, as well as just maybe I'll do some vlogs from those travels as I get ready to see another amazing performance from these girls. So thanks so much for coming by the K-pop after party today. Had a great time hanging out with you all and talking about Blackpink, the girls we all love. Really, really wonderful group, wonderful girls, amazing music, and I hope you get a chance to see them one day. But if not, keep listening to them and just appreciating the art that they put out, because it is seriously so next level. And it really changed my life in a lot of ways, because I wouldn't be doing this show. I probably wouldn't be traveling to those countries. So yeah, their artistry just had a way of, getting into my heart and just like allowing me to enjoy it and appreciate it in a way that, I just don't think that I've ever appreciated music before. So really, really wonderful group. Keep listening to them and keep coming back to hang out with me at the K-pop after party. We're going to listen to Blackpink and so many other phenomenal artists down the line. So have a great night, and we'll see you next time.